At table 52, an announcer warns that the countdown timer has dipped under the 2-minute mark, causing conversation to intensify. After exchanging pleasantries and inquiring as to how each other's seasons are going, German Bundesliga club X asks English Premier League club Y what they need on the pitch and whether they might be interested in any of their players. Welcome to the world of Transfer Market Tinder. TransferRoom is football's online marketplace where 650 clubs from across the globe can buy, sell and advertise players directly and transparently. The people behind TransferRoom say they facilitated their 3,000th deal in the January 2023 window, having launched 6 years ago. Twice a year, they also host in-person summits which allow members to meet face-to-face, and the latest edition, held at Chelsea Stamford Bridge, brought over 235 clubs and 45 agents together in the same room on 135 tables across 48 hours. Before the event, attendees were able to access TransferRoom's portal, scour the list of those attending and request meetings. The recipients then either accepted or rejected as they booked up their 33 15-minute slots, making it very much like football speed dating. There was even a bell that rung to signal when they were into the final minute of their meeting. At table 80, a top 6 Premier League club's loan manager arrives with several pages of his academy players' details printed out on a document. Faces, ages and details are laid out, but the championship team opposite have a list of ones they've already identified as being targets for next season, selling their club's style of play and previous success as a reason why they would be a good fit to take them. Swansea City's academy director Andy Goldie is doing the same job. He's creating his own literature, showing who's available, either permanently or on loan, and also containing coaching references and data for the relevant players. Amiens from France's second tier have an impressive track record of selling players for big money, including Tanguy Ndombele. They have sold 6 players via TransferRoom in the past 3 years. John Williams, the English sporting director for the past 8 years, had a full schedule at this year's event, with English and German sides keen to pick his brains and gauge the value of some of his top talents. And that's the value of TransferRoom. What brought so many clubs to Stamford Bridge this year is the opportunity, in many cases, to lay the groundwork on potential deals. Clubs pay a yearly subscription of between £10,000 and £60,000, depending on whether they take the regular package or the VIP one. This allows them to access an online platform where they can make their own players available for transfer, create adverts with specific criteria, and pitch to clubs. Deals often get done too. In January, among others, the platform brokered 3 8-figure deals totaling over £30 million. Not that the event is exclusively about buying and selling though. Across the room, relationships are created and strengthened. Over at table 41, New York Red Bulls chief scout Sebastian Hausel meets Cercle Bruges sporting director Carlos Alvina. Among other topics, they discuss their respective high pressing styles and how they believe they recruit players who are physically made to play in the Premier League one day. Alvina tells Hausel that their physical output metrics underpin everything they do, and that they have achieved their ambition of Cercle becoming number 1 in Europe for high intensity sprints. Well, Hausel also asked for feedback on the perception of the league and the US market in general. At table 1, a meeting between a Scottish club and an agent who works a lot in Eastern Europe involves a player they discussed 6 months ago, but whose price has since skyrocketed. It has focused the club's intent on capturing these talents earlier in their development. They have come along with the names of 2 players they like from a league that the agent knows really well. The Scots are able to get a sense of the politics of the club and the likely fee needed. The agent's able to offer a centre-back he thinks might be suited to Scottish football. At table 6, a meeting between a Dutch club and a small European agency takes a surprise turn, which captures the spirit of the event. The head of recruitment is clear that he is revamping his squad and looking for 5 specific profiles to change the style of play, including a bull in midfield. The agent has already handed over a brochure containing a double-page write-up for every player. It would not look out of place in a high-end estate agency, but his reply to whether any of his players fit the bill is not in keeping with expectation. In 4 of the positions, I don't have a player for you, and for the attacking midfield role, now he isn't ready to step up yet. The recruitment head shows his gratitude for such honesty. Reputations matter here, as does authenticity. As TransferRoom's head of commercial Frederick Broholt explains to The Athletic, the people here will typically receive several calls every day from someone saying they represent a player who they don't. On TransferRoom, if an agent is on the portal, then we know for sure that they are who they say they are. There are virtual meetings held too, but the company is adding a 3rd summit per year to be held in South America to help members who might find it difficult to travel to Europe. With 650 clubs signed up out of the 4,000 professional ones around the world, and 250 agencies from a global pool of between 10 and 12,000, Broholt believe that there is scope for it to grow further. The average price of deals agreed via TransferRoom has shot up from €1 million for windows ago to €3 million this January. The experience of the tables is more intimate, adds Brahot, and you can't find that anywhere else. Some of the clubs have travelled 10,000 kilometres to be here, but they've had 25 in-person meetings. Without this event, they would have had to travel around the world for 3 weeks to have achieved that.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. The Athletic is home to some of the world's best sports journalists, including David Ornstein, Daniel Taylor, Ollie Kay, Amy Lawrence and Rafa Honigstein. There are journalists dedicated to each Premier League team, and you can try it for free now for 30 days. See the link in the description.